It's 1996, and Bill Gates is pacing the halls of Microsoft HQ in Redmond. The PC revolution is old news now, but Gates isn't resting. Instead, he's reinvesting everything, the company, the industry, even your very idea of computing, around a giant, invisible web called the Internet. What exactly does this mean for you, your work, and your future? And why did Gates predict it would reshape the world faster than anyone imagined? Gates, Microsoft, isn't just about Windows anymore. The Internet is rewriting the playbook, but what triggered this massive pivot? In late 1995, Gates gathered his top execs in a stuffy Redmond conference room. He showed a map not of roads, but of data flows, a web of connections that suddenly made standalone PCs feel like dinosaurs. That night, he declared, Microsoft's future lives online. This wasn't incremental change. This was a revolution aimed to reorder everything in tech, economy, and society. Think of the Internet like America's superhighway, not just a road, but a living, breathing system where every car carries information instead of people. Gates saw that the real power wasn't in the cars, our computers, but in how fast and freely data could flow, connecting minds and markets instantly. The infrastructure doesn't just move you, it moves your entire life and work. The result, hardware became mere entry points, not the castle gates to the kingdom. Speed and seamless connectivity became the crown jewels. Microsoft's shift anticipated a world where your laptop, phone, and even TV all plugged into the same vast network. A tectonic shift that turned surfaces into portals and conversations into commerce. It's not just about pipes and packets. The true power of the Internet? Content, and Gates knew this early on. But how does content change everything? Gates recalls the early Internet days when websites were mere electronic brochures, flat, lifeless, and dull as dishwater. Then came interactivity, clicking, chatting, buying, selling. Microsoft bet big on tools that transformed passivity into dynamic engagement. Imagine going from watching TV to starring in your own show, all from your desktop. Suddenly, content wasn't just content, it was an experience. This shift flipped the old media script. Gates compared content on the Internet to a bustling marketplace where every user could be both buyer and seller. Traditional publishing and advertising models faded as personal expression and niche communities found new life. The Internet turned every individual into a potential entrepreneur and every click into a commercial opportunity. Old media giants, once the unquestioned gatekeepers, saw their control erode overnight. Remember how cable replaced broadcast? The Internet scattered the power. Now you, yes you, decide what channels to watch, what stories to share, and what products to trust. This democratic upheaval set the stage for today's attention economy and influencers without suits. Gates didn't just see business changing, he saw entire societies rewiring. Education, capital, and opportunity, everything was about to plug into this new network. Gates put education front and center, no surprise since he's been both a student and disruptor of learning. He argued the Internet would democratize knowledge like the printing press did centuries ago. Schools with computers connected to the web could reach every student everywhere, regardless of zip code. It wasn't just better access. It was a wholesale upgrade to how humans learn, share, and innovate. He described a future of friction-free capitalism, where buying, selling, negotiating happen with unprecedented speed and transparency. No more middlemen slowing deals or bloated costs. This wasn't utopia, but a powerful force reducing barriers to entrepreneurship and global trade, especially for small businesses and startups. Finally, Gates painted a vivid picture of the home as the nerve center. Plugged in, wired up, connected. Homes would no longer be just for rest, but hubs for education, commerce, and creativity. The idea was that your living room could become your classroom and your office, blurring lines in ways that were radical back then, but obvious now. Remember that boardroom in '95, Gates' map of invisible highways? That vision didn't just change Microsoft, it set the stage for your digital life today. The Internet isn't some abstract tech, it's the operating system of modern society. So here's your challenge. Take one aspect of your life, learning, work, or play, and find one way to plug it deeper into your own personal road ahead. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.